Eli Manning is now being put out there by people who want to cause controversy as a Hall of Fame first ballot lock. But I will say this. I will say I'm willing to accept that he gets in, but not first ballot. That dude's not if you think that's a first ballot Hall of Famer, then throw all the other first ballot Hall of Famers off the cliff. They don't matter. It doesn't matter when you get in first year, second year, third year. That guy is not a first ballot anything. No one ever voted for him first. Not for MVP, not for best in his elementary school tiddlywinks company. That dude has gotten no first place votes ever. Second in swim team, third in go-karts. Dude is not number one, and we know it.
So it's interesting. We said we wanted to discuss this on the show because we started to talk about it, and I said, let's save it. Let's do it. Let's do it live. Let's do it on air. My position on Eli is I am very much on the fence. I've been dragged onto the fence by some of his stats. I was in the he's not a Hall of Famer camp. So I think he's close, not there now. A gentle breeze can kind of sway me in either direction with the argument.
What if I told you, and he has won, he has been on the winning side against some really good quarterbacks. His team has beaten Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau, has beaten Brett Favre in Lambeau, and that's great. Good for him. He's beaten Tom Brady. His team's beaten him twice in the Super Bowl. But did you know that he's never won a playoff game where the other team has scored less than 20 points? So or more than 20 points. So every single game that he has won a playoff game, the other team has scored less than 20 points. Every game.
Let me advocate. Let me advocate for the younger brother Eli Manning. So is Aaron Rodgers a Hall of Famer right now if he retires?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Eli Manning has more passing yards than him.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's who's about this thing about accumulation of yards as well, is that if you play long enough, Frank Gore, you get 1 million yards. That's how it works. If you can play the longest, you get the most yards. Doesn't mean you're great all those years. Frank Gore's been playing for the last
like John Elway.
I'm not saying John Elway. That dude went to 4 Super Bowls, right? And he won 2 of them. So he got 2 Super Bowls at the end. That's
2 Super Bowls tied with Eli.
Yeah, but
Eli has more passing yards than John Elway.
He was in 4 of them. He was in 4 Super Bowls. It means he led his team to 4 Super Bowls, which it's not a 1-off or a 2-off. It's 4 times you've done that. That's quads. So I'm going to give him that. But I'll say this about John Elway.
He's definitely a better quarterback than Eli Manning, but I'm just giving you stats. Yeah, he's definitely a better quarterback.
But let me ask you a question. What about the eye test? When you watched Eli Manning in your life,
that's what I agree with you. I don't get it. I didn't know he was this good.
You ever say,
I didn't know his stats were this good.
That's a Hall of Fame right there. Do you ever say that? When you watched? Never once. Not one time.
Listen, I that's where we're 100% agreement.
No one
He doesn't look like a Hall of Famer to me.
No.
But all right, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer?
Probably not, unfortunately. I don't think probably not.
Okay. Well, he has more passing yards than John Elway.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not all about one stat gets you in or one stat doesn't get you in. It's for me an amalgamation of an experience. And so what people are doing in this experience is they're laying heavy wood on those 2 Super Bowl MVPs and beating Tom Brady because of just what the milieu of it is, which I understand that. I get it. But if you are amazing in 2 playoff runs and then the rest of your career, you're mediocre, to me, that's not Hall of Fame. That's just amazing, incredible performances when you came down to a couple of games. And here's the thing, too. He did play well in the Super Bowl. He didn't play poorly, right? But it wasn't like his team was crushing the Patriots. He didn't blow anybody out. You have to assign an MVP in those games. And those low-scoring games, of course, the quarterbacks are going to have more yards and more things. Unless you have Julian Edelman just going for like 12 catches and 120 yards, whatever it is, you're not going to get the MVP. The quarterback's going to get the MVP. It's the most likely person to get it. So it's not like saying, oh, man, he was by far the best player on that field. Everybody knew it. You know who the best player on the field was for one of those games? David freaking Tyree, who caught a football on his helmet.